New details tonight about the shark attack last week in Del Mar.
CBS 8's Steve Price spoke today with scientists who are working to figure out the shark's motivation for that attack. He joins us live now from Del Mar with more on that and what we're learning about the victim. Steve?
And Marcella and Carlos, some great news to report. Caleb Adams is now out of the hospital and is back home recovering. Meanwhile, for scientists, the search for answers continues. New pictures of Caleb Adams before the shark bite. His family gave us the photos and the great news that he's out of the hospital. It happened a week ago Sunday. Caleb swimming with a club in Del Mar when the shark bit him in the chest.
When I saw how bad it was for the first time, I realized I don't want him to see this, and so I just tried to cover up with my hand so that he wouldn't look down.
Cameron Whiting and Kevin Barrett heard Caleb's screams, raced over to help him, and brought him to shore. After spending several days in the hospital and undergoing surgery, Caleb is now recovering at home.
We're always trying to figure out why these incidents occur.
Dr. Chris Lowe with the Cal State Long Beach Shark Lab is now running a series of tests to figure out what kind of shark took a bite out of Caleb, how many of them are in the area, and how long they stick around in one spot.
The DNA results we probably won't get back probably for a couple weeks to a couple months.
Dr. Lowe is also hoping they figure out why the shark bit Caleb in the first place.
Whether it's feeding related, whether it's defensive related, it's hard to tell. So the more information we can get, the better.
This past weekend, sharks attacked 3 people in Florida. A 15-year-old girl and a 45-year-old woman both lost limbs. All of the victims are expected to survive, but it begs the question, why is this happening? Dr. Lowe believes climate change is a factor with more people heading to the beach to escape the heat.
Remember, shark populations are recovering because of conservation and management, which is good. But you're putting more and more people in the water than ever before.
That said, Dr. Lowe says bites are still extremely rare, and Caleb's swim club buddies agree. They've already returned to the water, but are taking more precautions, including swimming closer together as a group. In fact, swimming in groups was a safety tip that Dr. Lowe passed along to me, along with not swimming at dusk or at dawn. He's also recommending that folks swim near lifeguard towers so you have that extra set of eyes on you. Marcella?
Good advice. You can't be too careful out in the water, Steve. We are experiencing red tides along our coast right now as well. Does Dr. Lowe think that might have any effect on the shark's behavior?
Marcella, I actually asked him exactly about the red tide, and he's actually seen instances where sharks don't like it, avoid it, try to go to different areas, but then he's also seen sharks that don't seem to mind it, and they come to the area. But the one thing he did say that is a concern is that that red tide causes the water out there to get very murky, tough to see, and he says the sharks can become disoriented and not know what they're coming into, which could be a problem for swimmers and surfers.
That's interesting.